Which credit card payment method should you use? Chip, swipe, or tap? Imagine you're at a busy coffee shop and you want to pay quickly without fuss. You might wonder which method is safest and smartest. Today, we're breaking down the differences between chip, swipe, and tap payments so you can choose the best way every time. Let's start with security. Contactless payments, or tap, use near-field communication technology combined with a secure chip that creates a one-time code for each transaction. This process, called tokenization, makes it very hard for fraudsters to steal your data. Since your card never leaves your hand and the data transmitted is limited, tap payments are highly resistant to skimming and cloning. Chip payments, where you insert your card into a reader, also use a chip embedded in your card. This chip generates a unique transaction code each time you pay, making it harder for thieves to copy your card information. Often, you need to enter a PIN or sign for verification, adding extra security. Swiping your magnetic stripe card is the least secure. The stripe stores static data that can be easily copied by devices called skimmers. This makes it more vulnerable to fraud, especially if the stripe or reader is worn or damaged. Now, let's talk about speed and convenience. Tapping your card is the fastest because you just hold it near the reader for a second or two. It works well for small purchases, usually under $250, and you don't need to enter a PIN. This makes it perfect for quick stops or busy environments. Using a chip takes a little longer since you have to insert your card and wait for the transaction to process. Sometimes, you may need to enter a PIN or sign, which adds a few seconds. Swiping is faster than chip but slower than tap, and it can be unreliable if your magnetic stripe is worn out. When it comes to fees, merchants pay different rates depending on the method. Swiping transactions tend to have lower interchange fees because they are less secure. Chip transactions are a bit more expensive but safer. Contactless payments usually have slightly higher fees than swiping but less than online transactions, reflecting their convenience and security features. Practically speaking, contactless payments are supported by many cards and mobile wallets like Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. These mobile options add extra security through device authentication. Chip payments are still very common and reliable, especially where tap isn't accepted. Swiping should be your last choice because of its vulnerability to fraud and decreasing acceptance. In the end, if you want the safest and fastest option, using tap payments is your best bet. They combine strong security features with quick, easy transactions. When tap isn't available, chip payments are a solid second choice, offering good security. Swiping should be avoided whenever possible to protect your information and reduce the risk of fraud.